The man was woken up by a goat licking his face. He quickly tore off his blindfold. In an instant, he was terrified out of his mind. He found himself hanging on a cliff thousands of meters high. He looked up. He saw that his parachute was tangled in a dead tree. That dead tree had barely saved his life, but the entire cliff was covered in smooth ice. There was no way to climb up. The man pulled out a dagger. He fixed the dagger onto one of the shoes. Then he pulled out 2 more daggers. He kicked hard with both legs. The daggers were driven straight into the ice, but the vertical ice wall provided almost no support. All his weight rested on the blades. As expected, after climbing only 2 meters, the dagger in his shoe snapped. The man instantly lost his support. Luckily, the parachute was still caught in the tree, but the dead tree began to crack under the impact. The man immediately turned around and frantically cut them with his dagger. Just as the dead tree was about to snap, he finally cut through all the cords. This kept him from falling into the abyss with the tree. But without the parachute cords, the situation became even worse. Suddenly, he heard a sound above him. He looked up and saw a goat climbing effortlessly. This sight gave him an idea. He decided to risk everything. He leaned forward. Luckily, his arms could barely support his body. Below him was a deadly drop. If he slipped now, he would die for sure. He carefully began to imitate the goat's movements. Using both hands and feet, he climbed upward. Luckily, he found a firm grip. His legs could finally rest for a moment, but before he could catch his breath, the ice beneath his feet began to break and fall away. The man reacted instantly. He jumped up, ignoring the goat completely. He used its back as a springboard. In just a few steps, he reached the highest point. At this point, he was completely exhausted. A huge goat appeared in front of him. It sniffed him and realized he was not one of its kind. Without hesitation, it charged at him, trying to knock him off the cliff. He struggled desperately to pull himself up, but the big goat didn't stop. It rammed him again. This time, the man grabbed its horns. The goat panicked and stepped backward and dragged the man up with it. He collapsed on the ground, gasping for air.